Jungkook walked in. His presence appeared to be calm, but only he knows how much he is controlling himself to not to throw that boy in the for touching a Yan. Who is this man, Yan? Yan was going to make an excuse, but I am her boyfriend, Jungkook said, making Yan shocked. Jungkook looked at her with a smile and pecked her cheeks in front of Mingyu. So much jealousy. Mingyu low voice. Oh, so you have a BF, Yan? You never tell me about this. Yan was in a dilemma what to say, because in one hand she does not wanted a Mingyu to know that she with a Jungkook for money, but on the other hand she wanted to say he is not her BF. Yes, we are dating. Now I wanted to talk with my girl privately. Can you leave? He said strictly. Mingyu nodded. Okay, Anne, take care of you and auntie. He left, glancing at Jungkook. Jungkook looked at his disappearing figure, then bring his attention back to Yan, who is glaring him. Jungkook smiled. Nice to meet you again, Angel. Yan emotionless. What are you doing here? And have you got my address? I have my own ways, and I was missing you. Yan frowned. We are not girlfriend boyfriend, so you are missing me. I know, but we can if you say yes. Jungkook don't know what he is saying, but he just wants Yan to be with him, and he will do anything for that. Yan called. I don't want to be anything. Now leave from here. Yan said, pointing to the door. I cannot live without you. Come with me. Yan confused. Why would I come with you? It's not like that you own me. I own you from the moment you step in my mansion, Jungkook said, dangerously coming closer to her. I was there for money and I did my work by you. Jungkook coldly. I will give you more money. Just come with me. Yan sighed. But I don't need the money now. Please just go. Jungkook wanted to go from here, but his evil mind were not ready to leave Yan. So he chose his evil mind order and said the thing which will make Yan hate him. But he wants Yan, no matter what he have to done. I hear that your mom is in the hospital. How about if her treatment stop? Yan freeze. Tears gather in eyes at the thought of losing her mom. Yan voice trembling. You wanna do anything with my mom? It's depend on your choice. Yan sobbing. You are a monster. How can you do that? Finally tears fall from her eyes. Jungkook thought to drop his act, but he wants her. She is the only light in his world and he don't wanted to lose her. And without her willingness, Yan has to go with him. Jungkook point of view. I came back home after checking a Yan's mom. I know I am hurting her, but I cannot do anything. If I had known that she is here for money which she needs for her mom treatment, I would have happily given her. But everything is a mess up now. When I enter in the room, I meet with a silence. Yan? No reply. I knock on the bathroom door. Yan, are you in the bathroom? The door opened with a click sound. I smiled lightly, but saying Yan, it turned into frown. I am here for your Mr. Jeon. My fist clenched in anger. I took the towel and wrapped around her. Why are you covering? Is not you wanted to see me? I don't bring you here for my. I said, wrapping my hands around her neck. Then why you wanted me to be here? She snapped back. I don't know why, but I wanted you. My voice dropped low. Without anyone, I turned around and left the room. Yan point of view. I know he bring me here just to him. Otherwise, why would a man who just met me 24 hours ago wanted me? Every man are same. But why his words felt sincere then? Author point of view. Yan come to the university today as a today's was going to announce something important. She did not tell anything to Jungkook nor he show up from the last night. Yan, next week our interview will be held, which is a big opportunity for us to pursue our job in best company. Yan nodding. We will work hard for the interview and I cannot lose this opportunity as I need a stable job. Mingyu smiled. Yan, you are a talented student. You will surely going to get the job. Mingyu and Yan were talking, but there was someone who is glaring at Yan. Suha likes Mingyu, but Mingyu never pay attention to her. He always stay to that Yan. She said with a greeting thing, Suhasmik, wait Yan, what will I do to you today? Yan put the book in the shelf which she took it. She was in the library reading the books. After she was done, she picked up her bag and walked outside. Jan was walking in the hallway. There was no student today, strangely. Jan thought drift back to her mom. Her mom is okay right now. She met with her in the morning before coming to college. Jan was not paying attention to her surroundings. Suddenly, she pushed inside the old room and someone locked the door from the outside. Hey, open the door. Hello, is there someone? Jan shouted on the door, but she just met with a silence. Suha smirked. Let that here for some time. Suha, we should not have done this with Ayan. What if we got in trouble? Mina, Suha's friend said. Oh come on Mina, you are my friend. Don't be scared, kid. You know my dad will handle everything if something wrong happen. Mina sighed because it's no use of making understand anything to Suha. Mina nodded and they both went away from there, leaving the van alone in that old room. Jan point of view, I took out my phone from my bag and dialed the Mingyu's number, but he was not answering my calls. And suddenly my phone switched off. I totally forget that my phone battery is already. Now how will I go outside from this room? Please open the door. I am stuck in the room. I again shouted for help, but again no one replied. No one was in the hallway, means they all were gone to the auditorium for the announcement of something. God, please send someone to help me. Author point of view, it's been a half hour. Jan kept on the door for help, but nothing is working. So at the end, she sat on the table, but just then suddenly the wire of electricity started to making a Jan scared. She stay away from the switchboard. Jan scared. What is happening? This a loud spark exploded above Jan's head, and then a small flame from the within a second the started spreading in the room. Help please, Jan screamed, banging on the door with both fists. Please, somebody open the door. But no one came there. The hallway outside was empty. No students were present there. The flame grew larger with each passing second. It spread to the wooden boxes nearby. Jan coughed, the smoke hitting her nostrils. Her eyes watered. She covered her mouth with her scarf, but it did not help. The heat in the room was rising. Meanwhile, outside the college, one of the Jungkook's men stood leaning against the car, watching the gate. Jungkook ordered him to keep an eye on Yan, but suddenly he saw students were running out of the college, screaming, yelling, and panicking. He immediately pulled out his phone and called Jungkook. He then saw something strange, smoke. Jungkook point of view, I was in the middle of the meeting when my phone rang. I pick up without wasting a time, seeing the caller ID of the man whom I tell to watch Yan. What? Boss, there is in the college. Students were running after. My whole body froze. Where is Yan? I don't know. She has not come out yet. I cut him off. Find her right now. I shouted, already running out of the room. I am on my way. Back at the college, smoke was rising from the side of the building. Sprinkles were not working. Alarms had gone off. Inside, Yan was trapped. Her body fallen on the floor. She was coughing, barely able to see. The smoke was blurring her vision because it's everywhere in the room now. Her lungs were burning. Jungkook. She did not even know why she said his name, but her heart knows. The moment his car reached to the college, Jungkook jumped out and ran through the crowd. Where is Yan? He barked to his man. Ma'am has not come out yet. Jungkook's face went pale. His heart was beating like a drum inside his. Jungkook thought, no, no, please don't let anything happen to her. He pushed the security and ran into the building, ignoring every warning and scream. He was not going to live without her. Yan, he shouted. His voice echoed through the smoke-filled corridors. Yan, where are you? His heart pounded harder with each second. Jungkook's breath were heavy now. Jungkook was looking everywhere everywhere for Yan when his eyes caught the door. The door was locked from the outside. It felt like no one checked in that room, he thought, panic building inside him. Jungkook did not wait a second and ran to the door and kicked it open. There she was, Yan, lying unconscious on the floor, her face were and pale. Yan, Jungkook said, rushing to her. I am here, my angel. Tears formed in his eyes, but before he could reach to her, a loud cracking noise came from above. He looked up and his eyes widened. A burning wooden beam from the ceiling broke loose and fell on Yan. No, he shouted, but it was too late. Were covering her arm and shoulder, his whole world stopped in front of his eyes. He reached to her and his hands were already removing the woods of her, not caring about his skin, which was a burning. His coat cocked in too, but he removed and tossed it aside. He scooped her into his arms quickly. I'm here, my baby. I have got you. He whispered, tears running down on his cheeks. Jungkook ran through the corridor with her pressed to his men clear a path for him. When he come outside, the medic ran to him. We need to hospitalize her immediately. The marks are deep. Jungkook nodded, looking at Yan. Jungkook climbed into the ambulance with her holding her tightly, her face resting on his unconsciously. After 1 month, Jungkook entered in the room with Yan in his arm. He gently placed Yan on the bed and fixed her shawl. After that, he went outside and a few seconds later again come back with a glass of juice. Drink it. Yan took it without arguing and drank in one go. Jungkook took it back and again went away. Yan looked at his disappearing figure. Yan point of view, it's been a 1 month since I am here with him. He is taking care of me and I even don't know why. I thought that he bring me here for his, but now I don't have even a beautiful on my arm, shoulder, and are has a marks which makes me ugly. He is paying for me and my mom treatment. How I will repay him? Knock knock. I looked at the door and saw the same man whom I slept that night. Can I come in? I nodded. He come and sit on the bed, maintaining a good distance. Are you okay now? I rolled my eyes. I am okay. It's just your boss need a psychiatrist for his brain. Jimin laughed. Maybe. You. Excuse me. Do you know what you are saying? I know. Do you know that why Jungkook is taking care of you? I shook my head as a no. Jimin softly. Because he loves you. Yan shock. Love? No, he don't. Yes, he do. Otherwise, why is he taking care of you without any reason? Do you know Yan? I know Jungkook from the time when he was born. I saw him crying for his parents when he was a 7-year-old that time. And second time I saw him crying when you cocked in. Yan, you don't know, Yan, how much Jungkook was on the verge of losing his mind seeing you in that college. Then why he does not confess his feelings to me? Jimin sigh, because he don't know Yan that he loves you. Whenever we ask him why he is doing all this for you, he just reply that he don't know. He just wanted to take care of you. That's all we heard from him. Yan low voice. This is all are too much for me. I need a time to process. Jimin nodded and left the room, giving her space. Other point of view, like this 6 months passed, and in those months Jungkook never left Yan's side. He was always with her like a pillar supporting her. Yan completed her graduation and her job interview went well. Because of the incident, the college activities carried some time later. Meanwhile, Yan's mom became a fan of Jungkook because of his charming side. Yan lived with Jungkook, though he gave her a permission to do whatever she wants. Yan still don't know his mafia identity. She know that he is a well-known businessman. That's all. And Jungkook did not have any plan to reveal his identity because he don't wanted anything which will make a Yan scared. But scared word is not in the Yan dictionary. She is typically ruling in the Jeon mansion. She once called Jungkook in front of his man, and Jungkook would listen to her silently. Seeing this side of Jungkook, poor Jimin and Taehyung got in a shock for a whole week. But something changed in Yan. She fell in love with Jungkook. She used to thought that he is a man, but she saw the soft side of him which no one know except her. He listened her cook food for her, and one day he asked her mom how to comb the hair. When her mom asked why he's asking that, he replied he wanted to do the yarn hair, which made the yarn laughed. She thought that he loves her beauty, but he still saw her like she is the most beautiful woman he ever saw. He has a wallpaper of Yan in his phone in which her shoulder and arms scars were seen. Yan saw it and the word he used to describe was everything for her. Beautiful angel. She regretted that day for excusing him that night he brought her back to his home. And one night changed everything between them. They make love under the moonlight. It was just a simple dinner Jungkook arranged, but it ended in the good way. Yan confessed her feelings to him, which was a left Jungkook shock. He was the happiest man when he heard, "I love you, Jungkook." He literally shouted at the top of his lungs that author point of view. Jimin and Taehyung stand beside each other, seeing Jungkook playing with his. So Suha, tell me one good reason to not to you. Suha crying. Please leave me. I'm sorry. I never knew that Yan is your GF. Too late. I'm asking about a reason. And you are begging for a. Suha was tied on the chair. Jungkook called. Do you know in that accident no one get harmed except my angel, and that's because you lock her in that room. I'm sorry. Please leave me. No. He said and show inside her. Say thanks to my baby just because she tell me to come home early tonight. That's why you got easy. He muttered under his breath. Jimin whispering, I thought that he is a change now, but we saw the devilish side of him more. Same bro, same. They both talk with each other in whispering. I change just for my angel, and if somebody will hurt her, they will see my side. Jimin and Taehyung posture straight. Now clean this mess, he ordered and left the basement. Jungkook entered in the room. His eyes scanned the room, which is a decorating with candles and rose petals spread on the bed. His eyes searched for his angel. Baby, where are you? He called her, but then a small hand hugged him from the back. He smiled and turned around, looking at his baby. Yan stand there wearing a white dress reaching to her knees. Jungkook pecked her forehead. Did you decorate our room? She nodded cutely, melting a Jungkook heart. I have a surprise for you, she said with a wide smile. She took the little box from the table and gave it to Jungkook. Jungkook confused. What is it in the inside? Yan shrugging. I don't know. Open and check by yourself. Jungkook opened the box and his eyes widened seeing the pregnancy kit. For a few seconds, he did not want a baby. Jungkook said something. She shook him little, bringing him to the reality. Jungkook looked at Yan and hugged her tightly. Yan stand there for a few seconds, hugging him back. But then she felt a wetness in her shoulder, making her realize he is crying. Jungkook, you are crying? He just tied around her. It's happiness tears. I cannot believe we are going to be parents. Yan smiled and caressed his head. After some time later, Jungkook broke the hug and looked at Yan. Thank you for coming in my life, Angel. You don't know how much your presence lighted up my dark world. You complete the emptiness in my life, and now this little one arrival, caressing her belly, just made my happiness double. I will always love you with my whole heart. Saying this, he placed his on her. They both each other passionately.